Her whole world is taking on a greater sense of stability. There is also an emotional component to understanding the concept of permanence. Learning that Mom exists, even when she's not in the room, deepens the child's attachment and heightens her awareness of Mom when she's gone. Yating's capacity to keep in mind an image of her mother is important. It is strengthening her ability to form emotional attachments.
Yating and her mother show us a close connection between intellect and emotion. Children not only integrate intellectual and emotional development, but all developmental domains: intellectual, emotional, social, physical, and language. They're learning any number of things at once. For example, when a child steps on a block, he may simultaneously develop a scheme, like I can use a foot to squash things. Learn about cause and effect. By squashing, I can cause a noise. And use a tool. With that noise, I can get someone's attention. As you can see, the discoveries overlap. It's important to remember that it's adults, not children, who divide them into categories. What children do is more integrated. They don't think, now I'm learning about object permanence and now cause and effect. They are just learning. I think you'll see this better as we look at the last two discoveries.
A good deal of the infant's learning has to do with issues of distance, movement, and perspective. These lessons are learned as infants bump into things, squeeze into tight spaces, and see things from different angles. Through tracking, infants not only begin to discover the permanent nature of objects, they also begin to understand how objects move. Being able to identify an object in space and track it through space fascinates infants. So does learning that things at a close distance can be reached.
She's a pretty baby.
But getting everything is not so easy. Some things get stuck. Learning about barriers to movement of objects, or even yourself, occupies a lot of an infant's time. Lessons about perspective can show up from anywhere. A ball far away looks small, but when it gets close, it looks very different. Small things teach about space, too. In a very real sense, infants and toddlers are young scientists, busy investigating the physical universe. They are finding out about shape.
Very good, you did it.
Relative size, containers, gravity, balance.
Oh.
As children develop, they put together the knowledge they have acquired and enjoy a challenge, like making things fit. Just about everything challenges the young child's understanding of space. Look what can be learned from a simple strand of beads. Jake bunches them, trying to fit them back into the cup. He dumps them, and then Shalise takes over and tries to feed the beads into the basket. Much of spatial learning is not so obvious, such as this lesson in gravity. These beads are going to fall unless I scrunch up my shoulders. And this one in spatial rearrangement. How can I get this thing to go over my head? Spatial lessons come in all shapes and sizes. Even when things get a little rowdy, there are lessons to be learned. One of the most powerful learning devices used by infants is imitation. Imitation fosters the development of communication and a broad range of other skills. Even very young infants learn from trying to match what they see and hear. They also learn when their caregivers imitate them. This can lead to a meaningful give and take. At first, infants imitate familiar things, such as a smile or a coo. They are beginning to use imitation to communicate. Rhythms of conversation, facial expressions, and gestures, all are imitated. As the infant develops, his imitations get more complex and purposeful, using coordinated actions, such as rhythmic pounding, vocalizing, and the ever-popular peekaboo. At every stage of infancy, children repeat and practice what they see. By doing the same thing over and over again, it becomes their own. Sometimes they imitate things long after they have seen them. Things we do that we don't even think about are imitated by children. They pick up just about anything, even the motions of a parent's morning workout. Children continually use what they pick up to be social and communicate.
Dog.
Imitating what people say is the major way children learn to talk.
Big toe and little toe.
Me too.
Big toe. Big toe. Do you want to look at the book too?
Two. Two. Hey, two.
They use the words and actions of others to organize their thinking.
The baby's opening the drawer. Go little star.
Songs, games, language, and social play all depend on imitation.
The sky so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle.
Imitation helps children learn to share activities and to incorporate the wisdom and knowledge of others to act effectively in the world.
Want to sing again? Yes? Yes? Twinkle, twinkle.
Imitation. Cause and effect. Use of tools. Object permanence. Space. Learning schemes. When you see the discovery process in action, you start to relate to children in a new way.
Your role in the entire discovery process is crucial. What's most important is to have an attitude of respect and appreciation for what children are doing, An understanding of the 6 discoveries will deepen this appreciation and will help you find a way to support early learning. Here are some principles you may find helpful to keep in mind.
Set up a rich yet uncluttered environment. To keep things interesting, rotate your supply of toys. Too many toys at once interfere with the children's concentration. Observe children to see which of the discoveries they are engaged in. This will help you to find the best ways to relate to their play. Don't be tempted to teach children specific lessons. The activity a child chooses is the most important thing for the child to be doing at that moment. Let activities go on longer than you might think you should before you try to help. You might interrupt a significant learning experience. The least amount of help is often the best.
I don't have any more. We have to use these. You want this?
A little participation without interfering lets the child's play unfold. Your sensitivity to the importance of the learning process is key. Children will be encouraged by your attention and interest in their play. Your support offers children the security they need to freely engage in discovery.
What I hope we've helped you to see is the specialness and the significance of early learning. Infants are in a lively encounter with the world, gaining new eyes to see with, thoughts to think with, and skills to use. By knowing the 6 discoveries, you will find it easier to share in the drama and the excitement of learning.